LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion advised. Now, here's LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. With Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Are you insane?
Lava lamps and cock rings. You call the station. We can put you in touch with my attorney.
Jacob.
Yeah, hi.
17.
Yeah, how's it going?
Good.
Oh, that lava lamps and cock rings, good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I'm looking for fresh young employees who know their way around experimental lighting and novelty devices involving the penis.
Let me ask you this. The employee is going to have special outfits and special sort of characteristic, like, say, hot dog on a stick. You know, had those.
Yeah, we'll put them in those striped outfits with those 60s Nancy Sinatra go-go boots and those flight attendant hard hats that they used to, Pan Am used to wear in like the early 70s. All right, Jacob, what's going on?
All right, I've got a colostomy bag, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Dr. Drew, you know what that is, right?
Oh, I know what that is. How come you had your colon taken out?
Is it
Or what?
attached to you, or you just have one?
It's attached to me.
Uh-huh.
Why do you have a colostomy?
I had a perforated anus whenever I was born.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they had to make one for me.
Right.
And it went well for a while, and then my intestines got all messed up, and they had to go in, and it was just a really big problem. We had to actually go back and put it back on there.
Is the colostomy just for a while things heal, and they're going to hook you back up?
Yeah. Like right now, I'm seeing the specialist down in San Diego.
There's something called a Coke's pouch they can put together for you if the things don't hook up properly.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to go in for like another operation within like the next 2 months.
I'm sure you will. They're not when they take down the colostomy or when they.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Hey, hold on. What is the perforated anus?
Not perforated.
Not perforated.
Doesn't come through.
Yeah, and
So no hole?
No
or
hole.
Some hole?
No hole.
no.
You couldn't smuggle anything out of the country if you had to?
None shall pass, that kind of thing.
So, I mean, it is where your anus is.
Yeah, it
There-
was nothing, just blank.
Just blank.
Blank.
No anus.
Right.
Yeah, none.
And so the colon doesn't even hook down into there.
Yeah, and whenever.
Just ends.
Just sealed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whenever they went in.
Cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, so whenever they went in, they took out like a good portion of the colon.
Yeah.
And so it's a big mistake.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, what the big thing is, I mean, I've got a pretty normal life.
Yeah.
But you got to keep it up. You got to keep it clean.
It's a pain in the neck.
Oh, yeah.
The bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you don't wash it or keep it clean, you can get infected. And
Well, hold on a second. I don't want to spend too much time here, but I really want to understand this technology.
Okay.
So first, there's no anus. It's just blocked up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a Ken doll or
Right.
something, right? Just a crack, but nothing in there, right?
Right.
they're very kind.
Which you could look at as a curse, but it could be a blessing in certain instances.
Yeah, Adam.
I mean, it really could. I really think it
in
could.
this relationship between you and me, it could be great.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean,
I could start sleeping on my stomach again when Drew and I traveled. But okay, so there's nothing going on. We gotta get our own rooms from now on. There's nothing going on back there. So then what they do is all the matter that comes out of you. Now, just the fecal matter, right?
There you go, yeah.
Not the urine.
Not the urine.
My
Not the
penis
urine.
works fine.
Penis works fine.
Yeah.
The fecal matter, instead of coming out of the anus, comes out of a incision that they've made somewhere around where, Drew? Where would that be on
Remember,
you?
they take a little incision here, and they bring a piece of colon up to the surface, and they just have it.
Yeah.
Just come to this.
So they kind of like make it like an alternate highway route to it.
Right. Okay, and that's just sort of above, like, where your underpant elastic would be, or right below it?
Yeah.
Right
check on
above.
quick.
And it's open, right? Is it open?
It's a piece
yeah.
of mouth that sort of like creates a little mouth. It looks.
Yeah.
It makes a little mouth.
Yeah, it looks like.
So I mean,
And does it stay open, or does it sort of pinch shut?
It
you
stays
can't
open.
see anything, but you can't see a
Because-
whole. You see like this, what you see.
Yeah, you'd have to open it, like a fat guy's belly button when he was sitting down.
yeah.
That's good, right?
Oh.
Okay,
yeah.
so then what you do is you then have to sort of open a little bit and put a tube into it?
No. Then you have this adhesive you put around it.
Put around it.
Just stick a bag on it.
Yeah.
Stick the bag on.
And so it just stuff pours out.
Stuff
into
comes out. And do you know when stuff's going to come out?
No.
And gas fills up too, so these bags can start swelling too.
Oh, it fills with gas.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You can't fart.
Well,
Can you fart?
Yeah, but think of all the fun you could have with a lighter.
I know. I just felt like crying yesterday on the Man Show, and it was like,
Yeah, raging ass. Yeah.
oh, come on, hit me again. No, that was great.
So there's no farting for you, or if you do fart, it's like a clown filling up balloons at a kid's party.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take the colostomy bag in, make a poodle. So they don't have gag colostomy bags. That actually makes shit. Ooh, write that down.
Lava lamps and cock.
Hold on. Simply lava lamps, cock rings, and gag colostomy bags. Okay, so now you have this bag, and the bag just sort of goes throughout the day. Do you know when stuff is passing through it?
No.
It kind of like vibrates whenever I go, so I kind of have an idea.
And do you know the timing now? I mean,
it's, just like you go to the bathroom like a certain schedule.
Right. Well, but let's say, but what I mean is I could take a dump right now in the studio, or I could take one when I got home later on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
You can't control it.
You don't have that.
No.
But what I'm interested in is if you're, let's say, cleaned out. Let's just say you just drank water and you fasted and, for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Now you eat a big sandwich. When is that thing coming out?
Oh.
Are we talking about 6 hours? Are we talking about 2 hours?
12 hours.
12?
Well, it kind of depends on what I drink, because I'm kind of like lactose intolerant and I can't have like a lot of sugar.
So it's
Because it kind of
diarrhea.
like speeds it up into like diarrhea, which is not a good idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So how do you sort of conceal the bag when you're walking around and stuff?
See, that's the problem with me. I mean, you can't. I mean, I can't play football. I can't go on roller coasters. I mean, I'm pretty limited to my physical movement, because if I move too fast, I might come off.
Right.
And I think one time in like 8th grade, some guys were picking on me.
Oh, boy.
And of course I fought back, but one of the guys like hit me inside the stomach where it was, and it came out, and I just felt like shooting myself.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Should have just thrown it at the guy.
But anyways.
Yeah, it's like traveling with a grenade.
Yeah.
You could take on like a whole gang with that thing. It's around your head,
Take it off and throw it at me, or take that.
All right, so you got that bag, and then how often do you change that bag or clean it out?
Like 3 or 4 times a day.
And how do you clean it out? Just kind of empty it over the toilet?
I rinse it out, peroxide, make sure it's all sterilized.
Why? Couldn't you get a disposable bag? I mean, do you got
those too, but they have all kinds of equipment.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of it's like pretty expensive
Yeah,
stuff.
and the skin can break down around the ostomy, and it's all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so it's basically like cleaning a cut like 4 or 5 times.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
But anyway, you guys have other calls. I don't want to keep you.
All right.
Yeah, and we'll talk to you off the air for another 3 or 4 hours.
But
we can go on now.
Talk
I know.
bag crap for weeks.
I know.
But
This isn't carpentry, okay?
Yeah.
anyways, I've got this girlfriend, and I mean, she's like really, I love her so much. I mean, she's like really forward with it. I mean, she understands what I'm going through, and she just like been there like 100%.
That's great.
And
That's awesome.
I'm just kind of afraid that, I'm like, we fool around now and then. But, I mean, I'm afraid that if we actually have sex and gets on top and everything, that she might actually, have it come off. And
why don't you, you can take it off for a while, clean everything out, and just...
I did that one time, and like I said, I can't really know where I'm going. So all of a sudden I look down, and it's like a big brown spot right there.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so...
Or, don't you have they have some sort of... I'm not real familiar with all the different equipment available, but I'm sure they have like just a cover you can get without the full bag that you could have on there for 15 minutes or something.
15.
Or whatever.
3 minutes.
Like,
come on.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Well, there's a Corolla bag, and
That's the movie and the dinner.
Okay. But, there's a lot of equipment out there, and you might want to talk to an ostomy nurse. And really, I'm sure people deal with this all the time. And God bless you, Jacob. You're really handling
It
this
is
well.
healthy.
I'm not surprised you have a girlfriend who really is into you. And
she's into him. But can he work it out with hey, I didn't eat in such and such amount of hours. I just emptied the bag.
Yeah.
I've cleaned myself out. I drank a lot of water. There's a real low chance that something's going to come out in the half hour that this thing is off.
You can put a big bunch of gauze over it. Even if something brown does start to come out, it'll just absorb
stuff
into
a
it.
tube sock or something in there, right?
Yeah.
Born with no anus.
You've never heard about it. You've never dealt with colostomy.
That's a good child's book. Good children's book.
Johnny No Anus?
No anus. No, I haven't dealt with that. I'm so glad. I know. Let's all just stop and thank whoever we think our maker is for just 1 second about everything functioning well down there. That is a blessing you never think about.
Oh, wait till you've had something go wrong down there. You know what that feels like.
I did?
When you had to lance yourself and all?
Oh, yeah, sure.
That was nothing.
No problem. Joel.
Yeah.
You're 15.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I mean, I got a problem because I've been masturbating for a while now, a bit over a year, and I think it's kind of sick, and I kind of want to stop, but I can't.
What do you mean a lot?
About every couple of days.
Jeez, Adam's going to be incensed now.
Yeah, a lot. Unless you did it 20 times in that one time that you did it every 2 days. I don't consider that a lot.
Well, I mean, I didn't know how much everybody else did it. Or...
more than every couple days, usually at 15.
I'm shocked.
Are you religious?
Yeah.
No, okay. Is that why you think it's weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get over that.
It's normal, Joel. Totally normal.
How long would that take, though, to get over that?
No, I mean, you'll get over the religious stuff, not over the masturbation. How long does that take? Well, here's the way religion works. You sitting down?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're young, you sort of buy into everything wholeheartedly, you know? Your parents tell you about the Easter Bunny, they tell you about the Tooth Fairy, they tell you about Santa Claus, and you just pretty much buy into it. And then later on in life, like around, I don't know, how old are your kids, Drew? They know there's no Santa yet?
No.
All right.
About 8 or so.
Mental note. Tell Drew's kids there's no Santa.
Mental note. Kick Adam in the nuts if he comes into our house.
All right, but the point is somewhere, I don't know what it is. It could seem a little, but somewhere around 7, 8 years old, whatever, you realize there's no Santa, right?
Yeah.
But you still kind of think about it. I mean, you don't want to, like, piss him off.
Right.
You just, there's no Santa, but there's some milk and some cookies left out. I'm not going to wipe my ass with one of the cookies. You know what I mean?
You pay homage to the myth.
Right.
Respectful
now,
of the myth.
This is what happens with religion. When you're a kid and you grow up in a religious family and your parents tell you God is everywhere and he's watching you and all that, you take it very literally. You think he's watching you. He's looking after you, this and that. And then as you get older, you sort of realize that, I don't want to kill any drifters, but if I jack off once in a while, it's no big deal. See what I mean? It's like, I understand God's still around, but I just don't take it quite as literally as I used to. You should be getting to that stage, Joel.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So go ahead. He's not watching you all the time. How can he watch you and me masturbate at the same time?
He'd be doing nothing else but watching you.
And if he is, what kind of God is that? Sits around, watches young kids whack off?
Nauseating.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think about that. Amy,
Hi.
you're 27.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. I looked in my boyfriend's medicine cabinet this morning, and I have a bunch of drugs that I want Dr. Drew to tell me what they are for.
All right, let's go.
Okay. First one.
And by the way, I heard a Consumer Report guy says if you want to know, get a real quick assessment of your relationship, look in their medicine cabinet and the court record.
Yeah.
That's the stuff they won't tell you about.
What court record?
I don't know what he meant by that, but he means if there's any
See what kind of movies I got lying
My
around.
friend is the one who told me to look in the medicine cabinet.
That's very
Hey,
smart.
look, stump porn and meatballs 3. And it's time to leave the house.
All right.
Okay, you'll have to forgive my speech. Klonopin,
That's an anti-anxiety medicine. Go ahead.
Tegretol.
Tegretol is an anti-seizure medicine, and Klonopin can be anti-seizure also.
Does he have seizures?
Although they both can also
I don't know, not that I know of.
they both can also be used for manic depression.
Okay.
If there's like an antidepressant in here next, then that's sort of probably that.
Buspar,
Buspar is anti-anxiety.
Seroquel,
Seroquel is an antidepressant with antipsychotic properties.
And it helps with crabs.
So these are Seroquel is a pretty heavy duty medicine.
Wow.
and then the Luvox.
That's
And
herpes.
Luvox.
That's genital herpes.
Luvox is
Adam, shut up.
Luvox is an antidepressant for obsessive compulsive that has a treatment for obsessive compulsive disorder also. So these are all really substantial psychiatric medications.
You don't. You didn't know any. I mean, he didn't give you any clues that he had some psychiatric conditions.
None at all.
But you're not exactly Inspector Clouseau, are you? I mean, you don't have real sharp
deductive skills.
Sure.
Well, no. Why do you say that?
Okay, let's get off that.
You just sound a little dulled. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Well, I don't know. Like you smoke the joint, you don't sweat the details.
No, that's not me at all. I mean, I think that I've only known him since April. We've been dating since June. Last night was our, first night, together.
Did you have sex?
Yeah.
Was he able to function okay?
Mm-hmm.
He probably never had... some of this stuff will make you not have an orgasm.
He seems to me very, very sweet. We've only just moved the relationship up. God, I think...
What's he do for a living? What's he do for a living?
He's actually a grad student in the architecture department. He also teaches underclass architecture students.
What do you do?
What do I do? Nothing right now. I'm a student.
Are you one of the underclass architecture students he teaches?
No. I'm in elementary education.
Okay.
Well,
all right. And what'd you do? Did you write all this stuff down?
I wrote the medicine down.
Oh, that is so diabolical.
See, now what do I do?
All right, but hold on. Let me talk to Drew for a second. How do you date somebody who's on this many meds and not sort of notice that there's a little something up with them? Not that they're lunatics, but just that something's a little up.
I don't know. But
on the other hand, maybe he's not taking all this. Maybe this is the last 5 years. He's taking one of them.
But this is actually a combination somebody could be on, but it's heavy duty.
Really?
Yeah. But look, if he has a bad manic depressive illness or something, you might really not notice it. He might just be controlled.
Were there dates on any of these?
They're all recent dates. They were all for the same date of this past month.
Oh, okay. Well,
I checked all the dates. I mean, he's kind of a little eccentric, but I mean, I'm attracted to that.
Yeah.
It's not
Did you have
really over the edge on anything?
Did you have any mental illness in your family growing up or anything?
Do I? No.
Nothing in your family.
Mm-mm.
No. Your dad wasn't a little crazy?
Mm-mm.
Eccentric?
No.
All right.
Hippies, I mean, but,
Oh, yeah.
retired hippies.
Yeah. Your dad was high on LSD most of the time, or?
Back in the day, before they settled and had a family.
All right. All right, Amy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Why do I get the feeling that if I met this guy, I would know something's up with him immediately?
Oh, yeah.
You can't require this cocktail of medications without having some serious issues, right?
Biological issues.
Right. Chris?
What up?
You're 18.
Yep. I have a problem, Drew.
Yeah.
I want to know if I have sex with my girlfriend while she's on her rag, if that's going to, cut it short or make it last longer, or does it...
Why? What?
Sex at all?
If he has sex with his girlfriend while she's on her period, will it change that period?
Why do you ask that?
He wants to know, that's why.
Concerns about it.
She had concerns about it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. She thought it was making it last longer.
It actually could. I suppose it could, but it's not necessarily the case. But some women get more bleeding and more sort of...
Why? Congestion?
Yeah, it's undoing the congestion and stuff. So.
But it's no big deal, right?
No big deal. It means nothing.
It's not going to add a week to it. It's going to add...
a couple days.
Couple days?
Maybe. Yeah.
You think so?
Maybe. It's possible. Let's put it that way.
If your period is 3 days long, you have sex on the second day. You think it's going to be 5 days, 6 days?
Before.
Okay. Let's add a little bit. All right, come on. Let's get another call here before we go to break. John?
Hey.
You're 23.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, what's happening? You've been on hold for 40 minutes.
Yes, I've been on hold for 40
I've
minutes.
only been on the air for 20 minutes.
Yes, it's because I live in Minnesota and I thought the effing show was already on.
Great.
Okay. And believe it or not, I had a hell of a time getting through.
All right.
Right on. Well, all right, so you know what I'm calling for, right?
No, what is it?
Okay, well, I've been in prison for 3 years. I just recently got out a month ago. All right, so things are a little... Excuse me, it's really weird now. It's all different. And my biggest problem is I'm having a real hard time talking to women now. And some I never had a real problem with, but let's face it, the only women I've been talking to for the last 3 years are wearing uniforms and not exactly available.
Right. What were we in prison for?
Aggravated robbery.
Aggravated robbery?
Yes.
That's where you rob someone and rough them up?
No, that just means you have a pistol or some sort of deadly weapon when you do it.
What'd you have?
Pistol.
Pistol.
Oh, okay. This is a scene from Get Smart. The dialogue. So what'd you rob?
I don't want to go into it. I robbed a night deposit at a bank, but it wasn't bank robbery because it was...
Somebody taking money.
I wouldn't be talking to you because that's a 10-year bid. So.
So had you had any trouble with the law before then?
Just some, goofy little kid stuff like...
Were you...
and stuff like that. What's that?
Were you a drug addict?
Yeah, it was methamphetamine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I really... I don't know of any crime, that really doesn't have that as sort of a base to it. I mean, unless some guy's wife is screwing around on him, he has her killed or something, insurance fraud or something like that. But by the way, though, hold on a second. We got to take a break. I don't mind that kind of crime. Like wife is poisoning her husband so she can collect on insurance. You know what? No problem with that. I don't have any problem with that. It's like she is a homicidal bitch, and this guy decided to marry her, and now he's being poisoned.
Both are flawed.
I don't care about either one of them. Whatever it is, whatever kind of domestic, whatever you got going on, have at it. Everyone, kill each other. No problems. The problem is you're walking down the street, you're at the ATM, some guy runs up, puts a piece of broken glass on your jugular and wants the $80 that's in there, or kidnaps you, and then you get the ATM money out, $400 at a time for the next 2 weeks until your account is dry. But that stuff is only done by crazed, desperate people, and you have to need drugs or be on drugs to act that way. You really do, because otherwise, if you think about it, that's no crime. You don't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You rob a train or something.
Right.
You don't go running up to an ATM at 4:30 in the morning with a sharp stick and try to rob somebody.
Put on body armor and you go rob a bank, right?
Right. Yeah. You don't yank CD players out of cars. You don't carjack people. You don't all that like really brutally violent, desperate. Yeah. Kind of stuff, that really random, desperate stuff. It's all, I need a hit of whatever. Because other than that, you're like, other crimes involve tunneling. And I don't mind those crimes. I really don't. Okay. We'll take a break and we'll tell John what to do on the outside after this.
LoveLine's phone number is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back.
It's not hard to swallow. We've got a frog in our throat.
Lick it up.
It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
Hey, it's the LoveLine. Drew just hanging up with one of his patients. It's bad, by the way, when you can hear people talking over the phone and you're not the one who's on the phone with them. It's
what does that mean?
It means either you're not holding the phone up close enough to your ear or they're way too goddamn loud. I think it may be the latter on that.
That's when you don't hold the phone so close to your ear, right?
Well, that's true, too. That's right. Interesting. All right. That is Drew. I'm Adam. This is LoveLine. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. And when we left off, we're speaking of John. John was a speed freak who tried to rob somebody, got busted, spent 3 years in jail. He's now out. And
I did successfully rob them. I got snitched on by the person who put me up to it.
Oh, okay.
So I am a thief, but I'm a rather good one.
All right. So what are you going to do now that you're out?
Well, no, I'm a welder now. I got trained when I was in prison, so I'm a cert welder. I make about $26 an hour.
I know. Son of a bitch. I know, $26 an hour.
Hey, well, I guess the one is coming back and doing it again, you know?
Yeah, no kidding. But
makes sense.
I know. What?
Now they're trying to cut it.
Oh, you mean they're trying to cut that out of the prison?
Yeah, it costs $8 million for them to run for every prison in the entire state of Minnesota to run all the vocational programming. You know, painting, drywall, everything, right?
Yeah.
And now they say it's not worth it because it doesn't keep enough people from reoffending, even though 13% of the prison population that goes to this doesn't reoffend. But
well, you know,
it's just not enough.
I really think they ought to implement this stuff around junior high or high school. Why? why have you just coast through junior high, high school? You have no skills, you have no trade. You get out of high school, you kick around, you go to junior college for a semester, then you start hanging around with people, you start smoking crack, then you rob someone, then you go to prison, then 5 years later you come out and you're a welder. Now you're ready to go to work. I mean, you could have done that at 18.
Didn't you go to a trade high school there?
No. I went to a regular high school. I didn't learn anything.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I didn't have the luxury of going to prison to learn a trade. I had to learn a trade on the outside.
What, carpet cleaning?
Yeah. Well, no, it was carpentry. I just did carpet cleaning when I got out of high school. That was a bad job, though. I wouldn't consider that a trade. But anyway, never did make $26 an hour, though.
Yeah, well, you got a specialty. TIG.
Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, you do TIG welding?
TIG welding, MIG, submerged, whatever, laser.
Oh, that's good.
You name it.
All that tax money going to help John feather his nest. All right, so you're not going back to prison, right?
Nah.
All right.
Are you doing speed again?
What's that?
You doing speed or pot?
No, that actually pisses my parole officer off, so I've kind of stayed away from it.
That's good. You get drug checks?
What's that? Right.
Hey, John? I know you've been in prison for a while.
I'm sorry already. I said I'm sorry. Jeez.
Oh, boy.
What do you want from me?
What do we want from you?
You are annoying. He's calling to try to figure out how to talk to women.
Yeah. What do we want from you? Come on.
I want you to shut up.
Just the minimum that's necessary to talk on a radio.
The minimum.
I mean, that's all we want from you.
I'm talking on the radio. Yeah.
All right.
Come on now.
Okay, now, John, listen. I was going to say just relax and be yourself, but I'm going to scratch that plan. Act like somebody else when you're talking to women. Just don't be in such a big rush. Just relax. Don't push too hard. I wouldn't work the whole paroled felon thing into the first date. And, you're a smart guy. You got a good sense of humor. You know how to talk. Just charm them. Pretend like you're trying to get a carton of cigarettes off them. You know what I'm saying? Just don't push too hard. Hey, but listen, if you're in jail for 3 years and you just got out, there's going to be a little transition. You know what I mean? I mean, it may not be that great for the first 6 months. It may take you a little time. That's okay.
Huh.
Everyone's always wants to know, well, why not now? It's like, well, you're in a coma for a year. You want to play some pickup basketball? Well, why don't we wait till the weekend? Can't do it today. Still got the IV in you.
It's your world. You get to go for it.
Yeah, just slow down and relax, everybody. You're not going anywhere. Oh, boy. Oh, there we go. Jeff?
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, okay, recently I've had, kind of like promiscuous sex on and off all over the place. And recently I kind of met somebody who I met 4 years ago, but we never really, talked until just recently. And we started talking, and I don't want to have sex with him. It's, really nice not to, kind of have that urge. Yet I still have, for the females that I'm constantly, going out with and having sex with. And I just don't know what to do to, not want to have that, feeling of that urge to go out and have sex.
You have 4 girls you're having sex with?
Well, yeah, on and off, just...
Were you raised around a lot of aggression and violence?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I had an abusive stepfather.
We were talking about this the other night as it pertains to President Clinton, remember, and how we were saying that when you're raised around that stuff, it gets etched into you, and you're going to act out.
Yeah.
In spite of wanting to kind of keep it together another way, it's coming.
Penis becomes a weapon.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, it's a major... But see...
How the hell... Do you, at 18, talk 4 girls into having sex with you on a sort of rotational basis?
It's not hard, trust me. It's not hard. 2 of them know about each other, and, they're, totally for menage a trois, but I'm I don't know if that's the whole menage a trois thing, but... And, the worst thing is,
God, they gotta be screwed up.
Well, see, those are the 2 that, I'm really scared to, break anything off with, because I know they're both, major drug addicts, and...
Yeah, there you go.
If I do anything, they're going to be they're going to blow my house or something.
No, they're not. They'll just have sex with some other guy.
Probably. Well, actually, one of them, I was at a party the other day, and they were in a pool together. And
yeah.
I know she's having sex with that other guy.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that.
Okay, but the other thing is, okay, I just went to the mountains recently. I came back down, And I didn't come back down with my family. I came back down with another girl who I met up there from Palm Springs. I spent a week out in Palm Springs after the whole thing happened out there. And we come back to Palm Springs, and it's like kind of like I'm addicted to sex.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is after the whole thing, I feel like I just want to run away and hide. Like I want to.
Yeah, it triggers a lot of shame and guilt and that sort of thing, and it is a ungratifying or inadequate way to try to deal with some very primitive feelings, and it's not going to work. It's like a compulsion. You have to go do it as a way to try to fix this stuff, and it doesn't work, and you feel bad about it, and it compels you to do even more the next time because you feel more shameful, more guilty, and more out of control. I heard a therapist once describe her sex-addicted patients as feeling like they're a piece of ass around which the whole world revolves.
Yeah, real low self-esteem, but everyone should kiss their ass anyway because they're so great. Yeah. Must be a lot of those folks in this town. And it's the worst combination in a person. I don't mind, by the way, I don't mind hanging around someone who truly loves themselves and thinks they're the greatest, smartest people alive. I've met a handful of those people, and they're actually nice, and they treat people well. They just believe they're geniuses and artists and whatever. But when they truly believe it, I don't mind those people. It's the ones that want you to believe it, but don't believe it themselves. So there's a constant sort of ad campaign going on their behalf. Like you, Drew. Kelly.
I don't have it.
Oh, please.
I'm a piece of ass.
Oh,
It feels like a piece of ass.
That's right. Just as long as you know it. Kelly, you're 14.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay, about 2 days ago, I walked in on my father having sex with another woman.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Really?
Okay.
Did you know the woman?
It's his secretary. And she's come over a couple times for dinner, and I'd seen her at the office and stuff, but I don't know if I should tell my stepmother or not. And I'm real conscious.
Stepmother.
Yeah, my mother died when I was 7 from cancer, and so my stepmother has been like a mother to me since then, and she's the one that I talk to about, guys and stuff, and I just don't know if I should tell her because my dad's my dad, and he'll always be my dad, and I don't want to betray him like that, but then again, this is probably going to be the only mother I'm ever going to know. I can't do that to her either.
How did you walk in on him?
I came home early from a friend's house. We were supposed to go to some party, and the party got shut down by the cops. And I walked in through the door, and my brothers were all gone. And I thought my dad was asleep, so I went in there to go give him a hug to say goodnight. And I opened up the door, and he looked at me and said, "Holy sh!" And I freaked out. I started to cry. I was real hysterical. I ran in my room. And I basically what I did was I grabbed my wrist and I just sat on my bed. And my dad, I don't know what happened to his secretary. I guess she left, but he came in there and told me not to say anything to anybody.
Ooh. All right, hold on. First off, Kelly.
Yeah.
And not only Kelly, but all the other Kellys and folks listening to this program, you cannot say the S word on the goddamn radio, you idiots. And furthermore, you can't say the F word. Stop it. Jesus, it drives me insane.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm flattered in one point, because they think they call me at the house and we're just chatting, but you just can't say S and F on the radio.
Okay,
I know you rarely hear it.
Sorry, you're yelling at Kelly, not John.
I should have yelled. I think I called him, and he was in prison. There's a lot of rough talk in prison. All right, anyway.
Sorry, Kelly, for Adam's behavior.
No, I'm not. I was yelling at everyone, including you.
I'm sorry. My cousin's in radio, and I should know this.
That's right. You see that? I had a feeling. Okay, so you went in to hug your dad goodnight, and this woman was asleep in the bed next to him?
No, they were going at it. And
how far into but
I just opened up the door, and I looked in there, and I saw him, and I freaked out.
And did you run over to him, or did you slam the door?
No, I shut the door really quick, and I just ran into my room, and I sat on my bed. I was crying, and I was holding my wrist and freaking out.
What do you mean you're holding your wrists?
I slit my wrist about 2 years ago, and every time I start to cry, I just grab my wrist.
Well, yeah, why'd you slit your wrist?
I was having really bad problems with my stepmother and my brothers, and I was having problems with my school, and it was just too much for me to handle. I became bulimic for about 6 months, and I was hospitalized for a while.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't handle my life at the time, and I didn't care if I ended it or not.
I think, okay. But you love your stepmother, right?
Yeah. She has been the greatest thing to me the past couple of years.
Why were you slitting your wrist, though, a couple of years ago with your stepmother?
Me and my mom used to get into fights, big fights, fist fights.
Fist fights?
Yeah.
With your mom before she died?
No, with my stepmother.
Stepmom.
Yeah, I didn't accept her when she moved in the house. I didn't accept my stepbrothers. I didn't accept anything, and we'd get into fights, and I'd end up picking up something and throwing it at her, and she'd end up throwing stuff at me, and we'd just get into fist fights. And
perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
How did you overcome that?
One day I just sat down and I told her I couldn't take it anymore, and if she touched me again, I was going to kill her.
That's when she became the greatest thing in the world for you?
And no, she said, well, if I touch you again, then you're going to be thrown into juvenile hall. And at that point, I couldn't take it anymore. And I freaked out, and I ran into my room, and I trashed my room, and I ran into the kitchen and grabbed a butcher knife, and I slit my wrist in the kitchen while my mom was taking a shower.
And so when did she become this great mom and friend?
What do you mean? This sounds good.
And how did that happen?
I was in the hospital, and she sat there with me the whole time. And I woke up, and I saw her, and I just started to cry. And I started to apologize to her and tell her I was sorry, and she just apologized to me.
Hey,
ever since then.
Kelly, how the stepbrothers? They ever try anything?
Once, and I told them no, and that was about it.
How old are they?
One is 21. I have two 18-year-old twins, and the other one's 16.
Oh my God,
that's hyena. That is like a recipe for rape. Are you kidding? Which one tried something on you?
One of the twins did.
Yeah.
And I told him not to because I would drown him in the pool.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Oh, okay. All right. Kelly?
Yeah.
I'll do a quick assessment of the family. A fair amount of chaos here.
Yeah, well, this isn't half of it. I
know. There's a ton going on.
There was luck when I was mom, too, before she died, I'm sure.
No, actually, there wasn't.
Not as bad as it was mom.
Not to my knowledge. I was little.
I know, and I know it's important to think that way, but I'll bet you if your dad was there, there was something going on, because your dad likes a little chaos.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, all right. Well, listen. All right, Kelly, the family is chaotic, and I know you're very attracted to chaos yourself. You love it, as a matter of fact. You can't live without it. And you're going to bring even more down on yourself. I really would talk to my dad about this. Don't talk to stepmom. I would not say anything about it. I would get my grades up, study hard, and hopefully try to get out of there, go to college. And 14, I know she's young. I know she's got a few more years.
Get back in touch with that team that was treating her for bulimia. Her bulimia is going to act up and stuff now. She's got to get back in touch with the people that have been treating her.
I really, as far as her telling her stepmom and her bringing it, it's more. It might as well just light a grenade off in the living room. You're going to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it'll be just
if you want to burn the house down, fine, but you're going to be in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go talk to the team that's been treating you, please.
Okay.
Please.
We'll take a little break. We'll be back.
I feel so liquidy. Really? Why? You're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. LoveLine will be right back.
Radio that keeps you up at night. It's LoveLine.
That is Drew. And I think we'll go back to the phones here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Amber?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on?
See, I have this pus that comes out of the, my nipple in the hole.
Pus?
It's a whole bunch, it's every other week. And sometimes it's clear.
Amber? That would be called milk.
No, but see, there's no way I could be pregnant because I'm still a virgin.
That doesn't matter. You're producing breast milk.
Oh, even if it's red?
It's bloody?
Even if it's yeah.
Is it tender around the area?
Mm-hmm.
It's tender also.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one side or both sides?
Both.
Well, It probably is milk.
Really?
Yeah, and
okay.
There are a number of endocrine disturbances that can cause that. There are growth in the pituitary glands, thyroid conditions, medication?
No.
Nothing?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay.
How big are your breasts?
I'm like size cup C, like 34, something like that.
That's good. Yeah, all right. Just checking.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Why are you still a virgin?
Because I'm going to stay a virgin until I'm married.
She's 17.
All right.
But you need to see a doctor about this.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's bloody, then that's something that needs to be looked at a little more carefully. But
Yeah, it's not like all the time bloody. It's just like sometimes, but it's like whoa.
yeah.
So it's kind of scary because I didn't think you could get milk until you were like pregnant.
Again, thyroid conditions, prolactinomas, various things can do this. You got to get it checked out.
Mark.
Yeah.
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, like, my uncle just moved in with me, and, you know, he was moving his stuff around, and he was he has, like, some porn, right? And so, but he was putting it in another bag, and he had a photo album type thing.
Yeah.
And, like, I was looking in it, and, like, I was flipping through it, and it has, like, naked women, but, like, it has little girls' heads put on them.
What?
And so, I tried to talk to him about
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Like he cut the pictures out and put them on top?
Yeah, but like I tried to talk to him about it, and like the only thing he got to the point to where he told me he has like a thing for little girls. And so,
how old is your uncle?
He's 19. He was adopted by my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Hold on a second. Adopted by your grandmother, so that means probably that he was not just adopted from an adoption agency, but that it was sort of within the family?
No, he was adopted. I think his real mother, was like, it was like a kind of adoption where she handed it to him, but she wasn't in our family.
So
I don't know what she was. I think she was supposed to be on drugs or something.
Your grandmother just adopted an infant child.
Well, she has like 3 adoptions, but the third, what happened was the third adoption.
There's always so much confusion.
There was 3 of them that she adopted.
Okay.
Pam, John, and Beth.
Beth. Okay, but Mark.
Yeah.
So your grandmother just adopted him.
She adopted lots of kids.
Adopted lots of kids.
Yeah, but Pam she had molested him, and so like I'm pretty much sure that's what brought it on.
Yeah.
Pam molested him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they kicked Pam out.
How much older is Pam?
I'm not sure how old she was.
How old was he when this happened?
He was little, I think he was like 8, 10, somewhere around there.
Okay, well, that's where some of this is coming from. Is he able to...
How'd they kick Pam out, by the way?
Well, she got moved to another family.
Oh, so these are foster
children.
Well,
that you can ultimately adopt your foster children, though.
Oh, okay.
So,
Mark doesn't sweat the details with the family.
But, when I found it, I was like, I didn't know what to do, and then every time I try and talk to him, he gets pretty mad, and he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, why don't you not talk to him about it?
What's he gonna say?
I don't.
Yeah, how does that conversation go? Hey, Mark, hold on. Let's talk about you, brother. What is up with you?
What's up with me? I don't like little kids.
That's good.
I'm straight.
You out of high school?
Yeah, I just graduated.
Where are you working?
I work at fast food.
Fast food.
What the hell was that?
Possum in the house?
No.
No. Okay. You all right? You working?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep an eye on the guy, but don't talk to him about it.
Don't let him be alone around little kids, all right? That's the important thing. Period. Oh, boy.
Wow. Mark was
piece of work.
He was a younger sounding 18-year-old, wasn't he?
Yep.
Okay. Makes you not want to travel. Doesn't it?
Through the country, you mean?
Go back to my house, turn the TV on. Put on put it on E. watch the Big Busted boat tour that they're covering. I swear to God, that is just nothing but TNA. I watched the making of the Miami Dolphins cheerleading calendar.
I'm proud of you.
That's
great.
Like Guyana or something. Unless it was
nice
nothing,
use of time.
but
That's
it's
good.
great because it's all just good journalism. That's what I love about that E. All right. We'll take a little break. When we come back, who we going to talk to, Drew? Where are you going? We'll find out. 5? Hepatitis. No. Yeah. All right. We're going to have a real good question when we come back.
The phone number for LoveLine is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine, I'll be right back.
We're the G-spot on your radio dial.
Oh, yeah, right there.
LoveLine on 102.7.
Oh.
WEBN, Cincinnati.
Hey, it's LoveLine. We'll take a quick 10-second timeout, then we'll be back with more of the fabulous show in just 10 seconds.
Call 1-800-LOVE-191 to broadcast your problems to the... This is LoveLine on radio station.
All right, we are back, and we're going straight back to the phones. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191, and we'll speak to Ray. Ray's 21. Ray?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I have a question for you guys.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I've been having sex with my girlfriend since, like, September. And I got her pregnant in March. And then in April, she had an abortion. And ever since then, when we have sex, especially... it's really only rear entry, like doggy style. It hurts her sometimes, and I can feel it. I hit something inside her. I don't know what it is, but it was never there before.
Well,
I have no idea what it is.
Has she gone back to have an examination?
No, that's the thing. She has, like, no insurance right now.
Planned Parenthood.
What?
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood?
Yeah.
Can check her after that?
Uh-huh.
That's where she had the abortion done,
Well,
like, through.
Okay. What's wrong with going back there?
Yeah. She keeps on saying, I have no insurance, I can't afford it. Like, our parents don't have any insurance for it right now.
Yeah.
Planned Parenthood is usually essentially free. Or go to a county facility. Like, there's no way where I can tell you what's going on. Somebody needs to examine her and see what's going on. There may be some infection in the lining of the uterus. There may be some retained material from that pregnancy. There might be an infection in the tubes. It could affect her fertility. There could be an STD. It could be lots of things.
Could be a lot of things.
But it needs to be evaluated and treated.
Yeah.
It's probably only during the doggy because that's God punishing you. No,
every so often when she's on top, too.
Yeah, well, I think...
I can feel it myself. I know every time it happens.
I think it's
when you hit her cervix.
Deeper penetration, probably.
Yeah.
But be that as it may, that shouldn't be a tender thing, necessarily. No. So, especially since it wasn't in the past.
Yeah, it wasn't before this, no.
Yeah, you got to get it checked out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, just listen. Go to Planned Parenthood, and they'll do it, and they'll charge you like $50 or something.
If that.
If that.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, don't get her pregnant again.
Yeah, believe me, I'll try not to.
What are you doing?
She's on the pill, actually.
Okay. That's good. All right, Ray.
All right, thanks.
Good luck.
People are so weird about going to physicians. I mean, a visit to the doctor's office costs about as much as 1 month of the pill. The pack of the pill. It costs about
a visit to the doctor's office?
It's like $35.
Yeah, but let me speak for the disenfranchised for a second, because I was always one myself up until recently when I became royalty. But I mean, I went through my whole life with no insurance and all that stuff. Even as a kid, I used to go to county USC and clinics and stuff like that. And here's what happens: you don't have a doctor. You're not really familiar with the system, and you don't know what to do. I mean, you just don't. You don't have this instinct of, oh, well, hey, I'll just walk in here and get myself some free help.
Right.
You think, I don't have any money, and you look at the medical profession as just like you look at any other business.
Yeah.
Your thing is like, I'm not walking into movie theaters because I'm poor and watching them for free, and I'm not walking into plumbing supply places and taking a toilet home with me because I don't have any money and I'm getting it for free. You don't think in terms of walking into places and getting free stuff, and you don't have anybody, you don't know anybody, and so your instinct is just to sort of ride it out. You don't have that, and then once in a while when things get really hairy, one of your buddies takes you down the county and you sit there for 9 hours, but that's only in a sort of worst case scenario. But you don't think in terms of calling doctors and doing stuff. I mean, I've had insurance for like 5 years now and haven't really been to the doctor.
Right.
Never called anybody. I don't even know who my doctor is.
Sure.
You just kind of get out of. You don't really get in the habit of doing it.
Yeah.
And if you grow up in a kind of environment where you're not used to doing it, or your folks didn't have a physician or whatever, it's not part of your day. You don't think you don't think about it.
It shouldn't be.
Right. And I don't know that those places necessarily even want you to know, come one, come all.
Right.
Because I think they're pretty overwhelmed as it is.
Right, that's true.
They don't mind you staying home. That'd be my motto if I had like a free clinic. Stay home and rot.
Stay home and enjoy.
That'd be my motto, yeah. Wait a minute.
That's it.
Oh, really? Joe?
Hey, how you doing?
You're 26.
Yes.
What's going on?
Well, I'll start at the beginning. About a month ago, my girlfriend had mono, and she was tested several times with her blood tests and stuff, and they kept having abnormal liver functions, which I guess is pretty common with mono.
Uh-huh.
Recently, she hasn't had mono for about a month or so, and she's still having abnormal liver functions, and we've been dating about 3 months or so, and we both decided that we'd both get tested for STDs and HIV and that sort of thing. And I've come back with abnormal liver functions as well. And the doctor, my doctor didn't know that much, but he thought that I might have hepatitis.
Mm-hmm.
And her doctor has said the same thing at one point as well.
Right.
And so I'm not sure, I don't know anything about hepatitis.
Why didn't you ask your doctor?
Unfortunately, I just got a message from him today.
I see.
So I didn't have a chance.
Well, hepatitis just means inflammation of the liver.
Okay.
It does?
That's what that means.
So, but when someone says you may have hepatitis,
they're usually talking about viral hepatitis.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is a viral inflammation of the liver.
Right.
And which viral hepatitis is probably hepatitis C or hepatitis B.
Can you have inflammation of the liver without having a viral hepatitis?
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of things.
Okay, so in that case, wouldn't he just call it inflammation of the liver, or
No, we call it hepatitis.
Or a hepatitis or something like that?
That was my other question.
You wouldn't. Hold on. You wouldn't do your best to try to.
Yeah, you might
draw a difference between having a viral hepatitis and having an inflamed liver.
You might say alcoholic hepatitis. You might say a drug reaction causing liver enzyme elevation, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but maybe they don't know.
Well, they don't know because it's not been tested. They're just finding inflammation. That's all they found so far. And it's curious that they both have, but that's what brings up the question of viral hepatitis. And again, hepatitis B and hepatitis C are the culprits in sexually transmitted hepatitis. So you can,
now, if we have hepatitis, what's the prognosis?
It depends what time.
What is your how does your lifestyle change, or how does your
Nothing changes. It depends what type. Again, and it depends whether it's chronic or acute or subacute. What's going on here? There's so many different possibilities. You need to get a diagnosis, is what you need, and then you can talk about what the situation.
How do you test for inflammation of the liver?
Just a simple blood test of the liver, a couple liver enzymes.
And it'll tell you whether it's swollen up?
When the liver gets inflamed, those enzymes start getting released into the blood.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Julia. All right, so Joe's got to go to the doctor and talk to him.
He needs to get a diagnosis. They both do.
Okay, Julia?
Yeah.
You're 26.
And he needs hepatitis B vaccine if he's not had that.
Yeah, the one you've been saying you're going to give me for the last 3 years.
You not had it?
What? Didn't I just give you a speech about doctors?
What?
I don't know doctors. You're the only doctor I know. I don't have a doctor.
All you got to do is call my office and ask for the prescription for the vaccine. I will get it. I will order for you.
I'm very
and I'll bring
busy.
it in here, and I'll give it
busy.
to you.
I had a bad experience with you and a needle in here before. Julia?
Yes.
PTSD since that.
Right. You're 26.
Correct.
What's going on? Why do I need a hepatitis vaccine?
You're around a lot of seedy characters.
That's
and
true.
then you and Jimmy are thinking of moving into a risk category.
That's right. Yeah, we're going gay.
Yeah.
That's right. Shh, don't talk about that. I wouldn't be surprised for him. Julia?
Yes.
All right. So what's happening?
I've been dating this guy for like 7 months. He's 29, and when we had sex for the first time, that was his first time ever having sex. And I just found out a couple weeks ago that not only was that the first time he had sex, but he had only kissed one girl before he kissed me, and that was his whole sexual history.
What's up with him?
I don't know. He's not like socially inept. He doesn't look like a freak or anything like that. I mean, he appears to be normal. I've never come across anything like this before.
Why is it an issue for you now?
Because he kind of freaked out and is like, oh, I can't take the seriousness of this relationship. And it really, I mean, I guess it was serious in the sense that it was sexual, but it wasn't that intense. And I guess I kind of feel like his first time was a bigger deal to me than it was to him. And I just started thinking about it. And
Bigger deal to you than it was to him.
In the sense that, like, I thought, oh, this is really cool. This guy must really be into me if he's going to share something like this with me, and he hasn't done it for 29 years. And I thought it was a big deal to him.
It's such a big deal with him, he can't handle it.
Is he religious?
No. I mean, nothing really strange like that. There were no religious reasons or social reasons or anything like that. And I just thought, it's just so strange.
Yeah. Well, listen, where there's smoke, there's fire.
There's a reason.
Believe you me, if it wasn't because of religion, this guy's really in trouble.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's got issues.
Huh.
He's got some serious issues.
What do you think?
Did his mom die when he was 3 or something?
No. I mean, no.
Where's his mom?
They live in the same city, and they're. I mean. A relatively normal relationship, I would say.
What's he do for a living?
He is an accountant.
And really, I know you're attracted to him, but does he? Is he kind of goofy to all the other chicks?
No. He's dated a lot. I don't know if it's maybe just a self-esteem issue or something.
How was he in the sack?
I honestly would have never known he was a virgin if he didn't tell me.
Wow. Let's try using that line.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't.
It worked.
Did he tell you that before you slept together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really got you going, right?
Yeah. But
write that down, Drew.
I never would have known.
Mental note.
Tell chicks I'm a virgin.
Tell your wife?
Yeah. All right, Wes is. So so you slept with the guy. He was pretty good.
Right.
And then when did he start freaking out?
Probably about 3 weeks ago. He just wigged, and he's like, I can't handle the intensity of this relationship.
Okay, that was about 3 weeks ago?
Right.
And you slept together a year and a half before that?
Oh, no, like 6 months.
6 months ago?
Right. I mean, we'd continuously been having a sexual relationship for 6 months, and then even since he wigged about the relationship deal, we've still had sex a couple times since then. So,
right. Well,
guys always wig about that.
Sounds like he maybe. All right. So what do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean,
is he calling you and stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're attempting to have some sort of friendship, but it just seems so juvenile. I mean, this is stuff that it seems like it happens to people when they're in high school, not when they're 30 years old.
Did you say that to him?
Yeah. And he admits, he's like, well, I'm not very experienced. Maybe I don't know how to handle a girlfriend. But, I mean, he's a good guy. And that's the thing that's hard about it. You can't say, oh, you're such a jerk. And,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, why don't we talk to him?
He's not here, but...
Well, let's call him up. Get to the bottom of this.
I don't know. I guess we could.
Yeah, I think we should. I really do. We'll get to the bottom of this. There's no problem there.
There's nowhere to go other than to the source.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Lisa? I'm trying to get this guy's phone number. See what's going on.
Julia. Oh, yeah, our Lisa, I see.
Yeah. Well, the reason he's acting like he's in high school is because he's probably emotionally, at least in terms of relationships, that's about where he's at.
And if he's there in relationships, he's there overall. You know
Most likely, yes. John?
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, well, here's the deal. I think, I know that I'm gay, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But I don't know why, and I think it's because my mom is. She's a lesbian.
I know no correlation in all that.
Okay, and well, I'm kind of wondering why I am. And if there's anything I can do about it.
Well, why do you want to do something about it?
Well, because I just don't feel comfortable.
You don't like it?
Uh-uh.
How long's your mom been lesbian?
Well, like, she's been with this woman since I was born.
Since you were born?
When did you find out?
I mean, actually a year after.
When did you find out you were gay? When did you figure that out?
About, like, a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And have you had any sexual experience with men?
Yeah, one time.
How old were you?
About 14, something like that.
We'll go with 12.
Yeah, how old were you? Seriously, give us the age straight now. How old were you?
All right, probably 12. Yeah, it was 12.
All right.
How old was the guy?
Same age.
Uh-huh.
Is it possible that was abuse by a child on a child?
Yeah. One time?
No.
How many times?
About 3.
Yeah. What'd you do?
A lot.
Yeah. All right. Let me talk to Drew for a second here.
Yeah.
I don't think
a little old to be sort of have it etched, but
I don't. He came back for a second. I was gonna say second helping. I don't think that's gonna make him gay. I really don't.
Yeah,
I really don't.
But it also suggests something was already going on with him. A 12-year-old really getting going.
Yeah. On the
12?
other, okay, but let's look at it this way. If you're many a straight guy has had a run-in at 12 physically with another woman, albeit it's a young age with a woman. But there's been some hanky-panky, some screwing around.
Yeah, but usually you look at that and you think, what's going on with that guy? What's going on with both of them?
Well,
something's up.
I don't know. I mean, like, what are you in the 6th grade when you're 12?
Yeah,
7th grade?
Yeah.
7th grade? I remember when I was in 7th grade, there were some guys that had some girlfriends. Some stuff was going on. Not talking about sodomy, but...
And how long ago those guys get out of jail?
Hey, true.
Right?
No. Listen, I got to make something clear to you, and I think you don't understand this because of where you grew up or who you grew up around or something. But regular folks, just white trash types, like poor people and stuff. By the 7th grade, there's some stuff going on. There's some fairly serious stuff going on.
I agree, but look at where those guys ended up.
No, I mean, just regular guys.
Seriously.
No, I mean it.
They may be nice guys, they may be friends, but think about where they ended up.
Well, where? You mean like in jail or in rehab or something?
Yeah.
No.
None of those.
No, just regular guys.
Okay. All right.
In the 7th grade, I knew guys in like junior high and 7th grade had girlfriends were getting to third base and all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot of stuff going on. And
this is not third base. This is hardcore.
Well, this may be a little bit different. But Ann, are you with me here?
No, I have no problem with third base. I agree with you on that. But if people are engaging in rigorous sexual relationships.
Yeah, well, I don't know if this was rigorous sexual. I'm saying it may have been the guy-on-guy equivalent to what I'm talking about.
All right.
Well, let's find out here, though. How rigorous was this sexual encounter, John?
Pretty rigorous.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like sodomy?
Whatever that means.
Butt love?
No, none of that.
Listen, hey, John.
Yeah.
If you're going to be gay, you got to look into the sodomy thing.
Hey, just to impress you?
You got to know the definitions. Because you're going to be at some bar and some guy's going to go, how about some nice sodomy? And you're going to go, yeah, all right, yeah, put me down for that. That sounds good.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that, I mean, I wish I wasn't. I mean, like...
Right.
Yeah, we got that.
We got that. Okay. But
well, it's nothing to do with your mom being gay, per se. It may have something to do with your mom as a person.
Where's your dad?
Well, he's in another state, Alabama.
Was he around when you were growing up?
No.
So you're raised by your mother and her partner?
Yeah.
How'd you get along with her partner?
Not well. Arguments.
Yeah.
Fighting.
How come?
Because I didn't like it. I mean, I knew what was going on.
Right.
Since I was pretty young, But,
so you felt bad about not having a dad?
Yeah, that, and the fact that my mom was a lesbian, and all that stuff, you know.
It's weird. As a kid, all you want to do is fit in. You don't want different. You really don't. And the fact that your mom is a lesbian, and you're embarrassed, right? You got this open house at school, and she's showing up with some chick with a short cropped hair, chewing Red Man, and firing up some of the tools in the shop class and everything. It's embarrassing, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, listen, John.
Yeah.
Maybe you're gay, maybe you're not gay. But don't worry about it.
You're confused right now.
Just relax.
Yeah,
Take a little
I agree with that.
libido break.
Yeah.
Don't do anything for 6 months. See how you feel.
All right.
Yeah,
And if you're gay, fine.
I think you're going to be confused for a while. I really do.
Okay, well, here's one more thing. I have a girlfriend, too.
Yeah, see, that's what I figured.
Should I forget about that for now?
Well, if you're
to be fair to her.
Yeah, if you're not interested.
You don't know what you want right now. And if you you'd be a great case for getting some professional help. They would help you sort some of this stuff out. You may end up gay, but at least you'd be able to feel good about it.
Yeah.
And you may not.
Yeah. Well, listen, I know there's a lot of you crackpots out there who do that. I always hear this argument on the radio. Once in a while when people are up there and they're talking about, listen, it doesn't matter if your parents are gay or straight. The fact is that they, if they love you, they love you. They always kind of work that argument. And the reality is it's much better to have two straight parents that live at home than it is to have one lesbian mom.
Some of our effed up straight
with their partner.
It'd be much better to have a healthy gay couple than our usual effed up heterosexual couples.
I understand that, but that's a retarded argument, because when you make an argument like this, it's an everything being equal argument. I mean, of course, there's gay couples that are better people than heterosexual couples. And of course, there's heterosexual couples that are better than any given gay couple. It's just all things being equal. It's weird being raised by a lesbian couple. And I could see that screwing with a guy's psyche a little bit. Think about that. I mean, so much of growing up for a guy is that sort of, dad's influence and that sort of masculine whatever. That's got to be weird. It really does.
How about this? If a gay couple wants to adopt or have a kid, why not have a lesbian couple and a male couple get together and adopt two at a time?
Right.
And
have like a big foursome family? Yeah. I don't know. I don't trust the gays that much, though. I know a lot of them are screwed up. That's why they're gay.
A lot of the heteros are screwed up, too.
Well, that's true. I don't want any of them having kids. All right. I don't know. I can't figure it out. The gays are good, but they should stay on their own. That's the way I feel. Recycle. Kind of stuff. Open a business.
Why don't you just try it for a while? Why don't you just be gay for a while?
I'm working on it.
No, I know you're trying.
I really am.
But really, you should just get it. And I think you'll speak a little more kindly.
No, listen, I don't mind gay folk. I like gay folk.
Yeah, but it's like,
I really don't.
You sound like a bigoted guy from the South talking about African Americans.
I don't want the blacks to adopt either. Here's my feeling. I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Here's I'm feeling though with the gays. If you want to go gay, that's fine. I think it's good. I think it's a good choice, maybe a better life. But I think there's certain things you give up. One of them, maybe a family. That's all. Fine. It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would have all kinds of other rules for all sorts of people that give up the family, right?
Yeah. Not just the gays. Yeah. Julia.
Yes.
You're 26.
No, Julia won't give us her boyfriend.
We already talked to her, yeah.
She won't give us her boyfriend's phone number.
That's right. She had the virgin.
Right.
The guy was 29.
We're not going to talk to him.
Okay. Hey, Julia.
We can't help.
Yeah.
Here's what you need to do.
Okay.
Just back off a little bit. See what he does.
Okay.
Play a little hard to get.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
You can?
Yeah.
Listen, here's what you got on this guy,
17-year-old.
This guy's a mentality of
15-year-old, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dennis the Menace.
I watched Big tonight with my kids. It reminds me of that.
Yeah, you should be able to jack him around a little bit.
Right.
Chicks are smarter than guys. They have greater willpower because they don't need as much sex. And they just hold out a little bit. Play a little hard to get.
Okay.
Could you do that?
Yeah, I'll try that.
All right.
All right, thank you.
You should have no problem with him because he has no savvy at all when it comes to women. He's a 29-year-old virgin. All right, who are we going to talk to when we come back, Drew?
I was was thinking. Let's see.
Yeah? Okay. Crystal?
Yes.
You're 21?
Yes.
Your boyfriend has an orgasm in 2 seconds?
Yeah. Probably even less sometimes.
Less? Really?
It's like 1 second, and he does.
1 second. That's all right. Hold on. That's bad, by the way. When your girlfriend says you come in 2 seconds, and she's being generous. It's like I'm rounding up.
She's trying to think of units of time.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, they haven't really made an instrument that can measure that time. So we're just going to use. We're going to speak in terms that people can understand, and we'll round up. Okay, we'll take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll get to Crystal and tell her what to do with her boyfriend after this.
LoveLine will be right back.
We're not keeping you up, are we?
I'm pitching a tent.
Oh, that's good. It's LoveLine.
It is the Love Line, and we're just coasting through a cozy Thursday night here in the fabulous Westwood One dump. Now, we're going to go back to the phones and speak to Crystal. Crystal?
Yep.
All right, so your boyfriend comes in less than 2 seconds.
Pretty much, it's almost on contact.
When do you start the timer? When he enters you?
Yeah, no, like almost when he just touches me, yeah.
Okay, when he enters you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Then he begins to enter is what she wants to tell you. She's splitting that time interval up into pieces, too.
I mean, when his penis sort of breaks the plane of your vagina, that's when you start the timer.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And it's less than a second. Less than 2
It's
seconds.
about, like maybe less than 2 seconds, like
Are you calling from Canada?
Victoria, BC.
That's British Columbia there?
Canada.
Nice. Hey, so all those Canadian guys come too fast.
Well, that's where I was going with this.
Thanks, Drew.
Pick up on that.
Yeah, because you're used to screwing moose. Oh, yeah.
It was a boot that got me there.
Moose up here.
You have no moose there?
I don't think so.
So you're scared. They're scared from all the guys screwing them. That is not a moose. Is that a moose? Is that a moose? Let me hear that.
We need some of our Alaskan callers to tell us that sounds like a moose. How the hell do we know that's a moose?
I don't know what a moose sounds like. All right, so you want to get him to slow down?
Yes.
Yeah. What about foreplay? How's that go?
It's gotten to the point where I don't even touch him. Like I don't even touch him at all.
It just starts coming out.
Yeah, I don't touch him at all before, hoping that
This is amazing. I'm amazed at guys who do that. I'm dumbfounded. You know how when stuff, and I'm not bragging here, but when stuff is 180 degrees from where you're at, I mean, me, it's like I got to really focus. I got to concentrate. I got to get a little sweat on my brow. I get a little a cramp in my calf. I got to really work it before anything comes out. In order to just have it come flying out of you like it was sucked out of you, it seems bizarre. I wish I could do that.
But any other way, it takes him a long time. But it's just sex,
It's overwhelming to him that way.
Well, wasn't I saying to her, what about foreplay? And she said, I can't even touch him. I won't even touch him.
No. I mean, if we're going to have sex.
She's tried that as a way of.
Before, I won't touch him, to hopefully make it last longer, but it hasn't worked.
I know, but you can give him oral sex for a half hour and nothing happens?
Exactly. But then the second he touched me, whoop, there it is.
What? How come no one knows what I'm...
Because when you say foreplay, it usually refers to what guys are doing to women.
It does?
Yeah, it usually does.
It does?
Well, foreplay is the stuff you do to each other before you have sex.
Exactly.
Guys are usually not particularly interested in foreplay, right?
Yeah, I know, but I was just trying to get a feel for, can you even... Okay, I'm going to talk to Drew off the air.
Right, Crystal, how about a second time? Can you guys...
How about a what?
Can you guys do it the second time?
Do we? Yeah, but it's not the same.
Why?
Well, because it's not in the same state that it was before.
Well, what about 10 10 minutes later?
Yeah, but usually, like, the mood's kind of gone.
The mood's gone?
Well,
why don't you focus on the mood lasting through a couple of experiences? I mean, sort of think of it in terms of a process.
so, like, we're kind of, like, just starting and then, like, just stop and wait until he can again?
I mean, you can still sort of focus on each other physically.
Are you angry at him, Crystal?
Not angry, but, like,
But you do get a little
frustrating.
You get a little pissed off when he has that orgasm.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to wait around for the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, but look at it as some sort of medical problem and just wait around 10 minutes and do it again.
But isn't there any sort of technique, like, we read something about, like, you squeeze it,
Yeah.
and it's not supposed to come out?
No, that'll work. I think he'll last 5 seconds if you do that.
Yeah, because we've tried that.
All right, what about he masturbates a half hour before sex?
There you go.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know.
He didn't come up with that?
Well, like, I've suggested, like, a lot of things. And he, like to just masturbate regularly, like, a couple times a day, so...
Yeah, right.
But, I don't know, like, I don't...
What about, will he do that?
He doesn't care. He doesn't really...
Yeah.
He doesn't mind.
Crystal's mad.
Yeah, but he needs
She
to...
should be.
Yeah, he needs to take control of his...
I tell him go to the library, go to a bookstore and get, learn something about it.
Well, I think you're... Yeah,
No. Listen, Crystal. You tell the guy to masturbate a half hour before you have sex. He can shower off, and then he can come get you. See how that goes.
It's important to take a shower, right?
Wipe off, whatever.
But we never know when it's going to happen. Like,
well, this is another part of...
Okay, pretend like you know.
Yeah, it's another part. You have to play a role in this. It's not going to magically happen without your involvement.
I always wonder how people don't... To me, that would be the first recourse for me. If there's a guy who came in 2 seconds and that was a big problem for me, I would masturbate...
Yeah, I think it has something
a
to do...
half hour before I had sex.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the psychology of people that have that. I don't know quite what it is, but it is something on the order of needing that overwhelming, experience of fusion or whatever that is.
Why wouldn't Crystal suggest it, though?
She did.
Well, she suggested that he sort of get on a maintenance program, but I sort of insist on it, right before. Yeah, his attitude doesn't sound great.
Well, that's the point.
He loves that.
Yeah.
What's up?
David.
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Well, my girlfriend just went on the pill, and, we're planning on, we had sex and everything like that, and I was wondering about the 2-week thing.
Hold on. What's going on over there in Chicago in the background?
What's going on?
Yeah. You calling from Chicago?
Yeah, kind of. It's in Hammond.
Yeah. You got the news on?
Yeah. Is it too loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're listening to the Chicago highlights.
Hold on.
All right, now I got to put him on hold.
Right.
Now, hold on a second, David. I have to make you suffer a little bit. Monica.
Hey, what's up?
You're 18.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of an awkward thing. I live in a really small town in California. It's like that small.
Modesto. Okay.
Suburb of LA. Everybody knows each other, and this guy that graduated a year before me, I met him over the internet, and we started talking on the internet, and he was coming home, so he lives up in Northern California. And so, give him my phone number. He called me, like, the day he gets home, and I wasn't home, so kind of, brushed it off. We ended up talking, and then we were supposed to go out, and he ended up going to a party and getting drunk, not getting home till 4 in the morning. We were supposed to meet at 8 in the morning. So I, went to work. We didn't end up meeting that time face-to-face. Of course, I knew who he was from high school because, he was totally popular. And, Mr. Homecoming Court and everything like that.
What's your question for us?
I want to know, well...
I've lost all interest in the show. I don't know about you, Joe.
It's a drawn-out story.
I'm going to go out in the car.
Well, we finally met up at my aunt's house, and we had sex, and then... Well, we had sex in a really bad way. I was on, the last day of my period,
and I've been on the pill for a year and a half. So we had unprotected sex. This guy, I just found out he's had sex with 19 girls before me. Says he's clean because he gets tested through his work every 6 months.
Okay.
What kind of work does he do?
He's in the military.
Uh-huh.
And he's so he gets tested all the time.
Yeah.
And I went in and got tested just for my own peace of mind.
Yeah.
And my period came, but then it stopped, and so I went to the doctor and got tested for pregnancy.
Yeah.
And I'm not pregnant, and I called him yesterday to let him know because I had been really worried about it and been talking about it. And I called him today, and where he works, it's like he has to answer the phone all the time. And he can talk on the phone. It's no problem.
Right. He didn't want to talk on the phone.
He didn't even answer the phone.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if it's like if he's now brushing me off because now he knows that I'm not pregnant and he doesn't have to have anything to do with me.
No.
If he's just being weirdo.
They had a hostage situation at work. That could really be the only viable answer here. True?
Or that, or a DEFCON 3 or 4. And
it could have been DEFCON 4.
Yeah, and he had to jump into action.
He may have had to turn his key simultaneously with another guy while his sidearm was drawn. Yeah, Monica, he may have just wanted, another quick conquest. The thing about guys who are, 19 and have had sex with 20 women, you're 20 and some other poor chick's going to be 21, and you can commiserate with number 16, and she can talk to number 11. You know what I mean?
You can all talk to number 40.
You can all talk to number 40 in about
8 months.
Maybe 9 months. Yeah. All right, Monica.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you meet a guy over the internet, or you look up a guy over the internet. He's homecoming king. He's off in the military. What do you want?
I don't know. It was just weird because, we totally hit it off.
I know. Listen, let me explain the hitting off part. Ann, grab that microphone, would you? I'm going to hit it off with you. Okay? I'm going to show you how this goes because I want sex.
We're going to hit it off?
Yeah, we're going to hit it off. I mean, I'm really going to hit it off with you. You're going to have to do some acting here for a minute, but just for a minute.
Okay.
Just in your mind,
pretend like I like you?
Pretend like you like me, and I am the homecoming king. And
he's 19.
I'm 19. I'm a big man on campus.
All right.
And
Go ahead.
I'm not that interested in you, but I got a hard on. Okay.
Okay, whatever.
Here's how we hit it off. Man, you look really hot tonight. You look fine. Were you really? Yeah.
Thanks, Adam.
That blouse is beautiful.
You think so?
Yeah, and it looks good on you. I don't think it would look good on anybody, but it looks good on you.
Wow, what a nice compliment.
Yeah, it's just like your shape and the coloring. Really, you really look hot.
Talk about high school.
You want another drink?
All right.
Some red wine?
Sure.
Hey, let's do a shot. That'd be fun.
Want to? Okay.
Let's do a
Body
shot.
shots.
Let's do. Well, now I don't want to overstep my bounds, but I tell you what. Let's just pour ourselves another. You want a Jägermeister? Have some Jägermeister?
Whatever you got.
Yeah. You really? Do you model? You don't do any modeling, do you? You should model. Are you modeling now?
You're so sweet, Adam.
Yeah.
You're making me blush.
I know. And let's do another shot to celebrate your
modeling career.
Your modeling. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk about high school.
Yeah. Remember high school?
Yeah.
That was great.
Uh-huh.
I was in the homecoming court.
You didn't pay any attention to that.
You know what was funny, though? I could see you. When I was up on the podium.
When you went by on the float, I thought you looked at me.
Remember I was waving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad at me?
Well, I was at your section, but I saw you right in the middle there. Let's do another shot.
Okay.
All right. See? We're in love, everybody.
And where's Adam?
I'm just trying to get laid really badly. Yeah. And you are hot, though. All right. Ann Wilkins, by the way, played the role of the gullible
Ann Wilkins.
Ann Wilkins. Thank you. We'll take a little break, and we'll be back with more LoveLine Theater after this.
Adam and Dr. Drew will be right back on LoveLine. Just a minute or two. Call 1-800-LOVE-191.
man turns animal for the erotic pleasures of women.
It's LoveLine. All right.
That may be just your wishful thinking. Huh? That may be just your sort of projection, wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Way of defending us against feeling bad.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to figure out during the break if we've ever screwed over any women or anything like that, used anybody. And, I always, I was telling Drew, I never look at, I always think of myself as being the dumpee, not the dumper. Like, I've been dumped 1,000 times. If you'd asked me, I'd go, I never dumped anybody. But then when I kind of break it down, I kind of think about it. Yeah, I may have.
It's just your memories are colored by your self-concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been plenty of, 2-week relationships that I just sort of backed out of and didn't go any further with that somebody was probably eager to keep moving forward with. But I don't count that. I don't even remember that. I don't look at it. If you talk to them, they'd probably say I dumped them.
Yeah.
I don't look at that. But not because I like myself. Just, I just look at myself as the one who gets crapped upon. David?
Yes.
You're 19.
Crappy.
Thank you. You're 19.
Well, my girlfriend just started on the pill a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was just curious, what would be a safe time to have sex after starting the pill?
What pill?
The birth control.
Which one?
Which one?
Which one?
Planned Parenthood. I don't know.
Which pill?
He doesn't know.
David, it matters. Which pill?
He doesn't know.
It would be the monthly pill, I guess.
Oh, David.
Hold on. Wait, it's time for recreation. It's time for LoveLine recreation. Matt, do you have any kind of fanfare at all that you could play there for a LoveLine recreation? Because it's my favorite part of the show. It's really what I live for. All right, you ready, Drew?
Yeah.
All right, I'll start off. I'll be David.
All right.
Matt's busting his head looking for fanfare. We'll get it 20 minutes after we go off the air. Don't worry about it, Matt. Are you ready? Yeah, my girlfriend's on the pill.
Which pill?
Birth control pill.
Which birth control pill?
Monthly pill for so you don't get pregnant.
Which one?
Planned Parenthood one.
No, David, which pill is she taking? Makes a difference.
Birth control.
The cycle one. The monthly pill, he said.
Takes a monthly pill. All right. So now you got all your information, Drew. You want to just spit out an answer?
He didn't say the Planned Parenthood one. He just said Planned Parenthood.
Hey, David?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't know the brand name of the pill, do you?
The type of pill.
No, don't say type. You don't know the brand name, do you?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, all right. So
because
you should wait a month then to be safe, right?
Unless it's a triphasic pill. If it says triphasal, tri-levulin, tri-whatever, or a 777, you're probably okay. Otherwise, you got to wait the month.
Okay, because I think I was told that it was a 2-week thing that you had to probably wait on before having had unprotected sex,
Yeah, well.
What pill is 2 weeks, or is that the triphasic that they just say give it 2 weeks?
Probably triphasic.
Because they wouldn't say 2 weeks if it was a regular pill. That's a full month, right?
I would think so.
And if it was triphasic, it was like, hey, you can start screwing tomorrow, but we don't want to tell anyone to start screwing tomorrow. So we're going to cover ourselves and say 2 weeks.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But what about all that stuff? I mean, if the doctor says, here's birth control, you can start in 2 weeks. Does that really mean 3 days? You know what I mean? Like AIDS takes 6 months to show. Does that really mean
as far as it goes to the triphasic?
A month?
Yeah, the triphasic. The month, the uniphasic, a month.
Right. Okay. All right. Where are we now? 4?
Yeah.
Christine?
Hello?
Christine?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 14. What's going on?
Okay, well, I have a boyfriend. I've been going out with him for about 3 months. And we really like each other, but he wants him to sleep with him, and I don't, really want to, but, there really isn't any reason why I shouldn't, because, he's
you're 14. That's a good reason right there.
Yeah, but, he says he's willing to, use protection and everything.
Oh, that is big of him.
How old is he?
He's 15.
Yeah. Oh, that makes all the difference then.
All right. Look, he's willing to use protection. That's a totally different story.
Christine, all we can tell you is that I've never met a woman who had sex at 14 who didn't regret it.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Christine, I've never met a woman who had sex at 14 that didn't regret it. I've never met that woman. Okay?
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. The reason is you make some choices at 14 that aren't so hot. Your brain development isn't actually at the point to handle the kinds of consequences, the kinds of things that happen to you as a result of that sort of interpersonal relationship.
Yeah.
So,
plus, there's a certain stigma to it, too. Your whole life, you're going to get asked by people, girlfriends, whatever, coworkers. You're going to be drinking some wine over dinner when you're 37 years old. It's going to come up time and time again. Your husband, whoever eventually marries you, and I guarantee it won't be this guy, boyfriend after boyfriend, some guy you fall in love with in college, and it's going to be, when did you lose your virginity? And you're going to go, 14, and then he's going to have this disappointed look on his face, and he's going to go, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And then it's gonna, and then you're gonna go, yeah. Then you're gonna go, I know, I was young. I shouldn't have done it. I called Adam and Drew tragically before Drew's wife killed him many years ago.
And what's gonna go on in your head as the guy who hears it was 14?
Jesus.
I feel like
go with the guys. Wait, hang on. What's the guy gonna begin thinking right then?
Your future husband when you're 26 and having this conversation. I wish some guy wouldn't have nailed her at 14.
Well, or he's going to go through a whole assessment process. What?
Yeah, what's up with her?
Yeah, what's going on here? Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
I feel like I'm denying him something though, because he's been like really good to me and he's not like cheating on me or anything.
All right, but
how long you been going? 3 months?
Yeah.
When he's hit up around 3 years.
Where's your dad?
That's when you'd be good to him.
Where's my dad?
Yeah.
Well, he lives with me, so does my mom and everything.
Yeah.
We're really close.
Your dad's all right?
Yeah.
Why do you have that? Like, you feel like you're denying him. You feel like he's been good. You got to reward him.
I don't know.
Where does that come from?
I just feel like I'm...
Well, Adam just wants to know how you'd see that in a woman.
Yeah, I want to know where to find one of them. You got a slightly older sister?
No, I'm the oldest in my family.
All right, okay.
Dooley lost about 100 pounds. Didn't even recognize him.
Did he?
Yeah,
it was Dooley. It looked good in there. All right, hey, Christine?
Yeah.
All right, don't have sex.
Okay.
All right. Put a condom on if you do, but just remember, we said don't. And here's the deal: that number sticks with you. It's like an SAT score.
No, way more than that.
Well, it's the girls' version of SAT. Guys hang. Guys will
go back to disparaging gay people. That's more safer territory for you.
No, I'm saying, you sit around with a bunch of guys who think they're smart and stuff, and in their 30s, and once in a while it'll come up. What'd you get on your SAT? I got a 1326, and they, it comes up. I never took it myself. I assume I would have got like a 2000 or something. What does it go up to, like 1600?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Do you take the PSAT, Drew?
Yeah.
You did? Yeah. You took the SAT. It doesn't even count. It's just before the SAT?
The PSAT.
That doesn't even count, does it?
Well, that was to get national merit scholarships and things, and to sort of prepare you for it, too.
I thought the PSAT was just sort of the pre-SAT.
It was, but they actually give awards and stuff for that. And,
really?
Yeah.
What'd you get on that thing?
I don't remember. I really don't know.
Really? How do you not remember? I thought everyone just sort of remembers that.
PSAT?
All right. What'd you get on the SAT?
13-something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I remember the math I did good. I almost we had like 760 or something in math.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, true. I could just see
the English was not so hard.
I could see with the ascot on, sweating, dabbing your brow, using.
I didn't dab my own brow.
I know. Having Alfred next to you, Master Pinsky, may I blot your brow, please. Blotting your brow, putting your hand out, grabbing a rosin bag before you grab the number 2 pencil again. Yeah, that must have been great. And you must have studied and did you take
not for SATs?
You didn't take some class, SAT prep class or anything?
Not in those days.
Really didn't have that.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. You should have hung out with me. I didn't even know what the SAT was like. Some vague something that I'd heard something about around school, but never signed up, never took it. And let me tell you the beautiful thing about the Corollas. Never came up. I don't think they knew what it was. I don't think anyone in my family knew what it was.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure. All right, let me just see if we can burn through. Come on, some people have been on hold for a while. I'm all about the people. Holly?
Yeah.
19?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, best friend's girlfriend is spreading rumors and causing problems.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay away from him.
listen, if you're going to call and explain that people you know are assholes, that just makes you an asshole, too. That's the way I look at it. So don't hang out with them. You don't like her? Don't hang out with her. Okay?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Good. Perfect. I don't want to be so curt with you, but it is true. I don't have any tolerance for that. Oh, this person I hang out with is an a-hole. This person's spreading rumors. Don't hang out with them. If you got friends that are screwing with you, don't hang out with them. That's all. Never had a friend that's spreading rumors. Screw them. All right, wait a minute. Someone else been on hold for a while. That's it?
We got to go.
Okay, we'll take a break.
Call 1-800-LOVE-191. Operators are standing by. Loveline will be back in a minute.
Oh, yeah, right there. It's LoveLine on WEBN.
Well, that is about it for this fabulous week of Loveline. I want to thank, yeah?
Are you here on Sunday?
No.
Okay.
I'm out of town.
You're gone all week?
That's right.
All week?
That's right.
All right.
So good luck to you. I want to thank Lisa for doing a great job on the phones and bringing in Cream. Lisa the Dairy Queen, God bless you. Producer Ann and whatever's kicking inside of her for doing a wonderful job all week, all year, and most of this decade on the fabulous Loveline. I want to thank Engineer Mike, the one that won her, for making a quick appearance and tucking his shirt in for a change. And, of course, fill-in producer Matt, who's just done a...
Engineer Matt.
Engineer, I should say. Matt has done a spectacular job all week long, except for just, I don't know, half dozen times when he pushed the wrong button. Other than that, Engineer Matt did a spectacular...
This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station. And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please listen to this station longer.